Everybody, welcome back to Gearhead Daily. Eric, as always, and wanted to bring some breaking news that Bankshift.com is reporting on their website about Ndamukong Suh, the LA Rams player who's supposed to be playing in the Super Bowl here coming up soon, crashing a Porsche at a Porsche racetrack in Carson, California. So there's not a lot of details at the moment. There is some video. I will show you the video in just a second, but I did want to show you from Bankshift.com. Now, a little bit of information prior. Chad, the person who runs Bankshift, I wouldn't, I'm not considering him a friend of mine, but I do consider him a pretty good acquaintance, somebody who I could approach and talk to. And he's always, every time that I've met with him and interacted with him, he's always appeared to be a very straight up kind of person. So what they're reporting, we don't really get to see in the video who's in the car, but it's reported that there was an instructor with him who was injured. So coming from the source who I know who it is, and the reporter who reported this, Brian, who I'm familiar with, I'm not doubting the story or the information that they got, because I do know that these folks have more access than I do in some places. So this wouldn't surprise me if this were accurate. So I'm reporting what I see and what is being reported currently. And considering the source that I'm familiar with, fairly confident that it is relative, that the probability is that it's true. So Bankshift has acquired video that purports to show LA Rams star Ndamukong Suh crashing a Porsche at the company's track in Carson, California. Sources close to the scene that the instructor has been transported to the hospital with leg injuries, so that's not good. We've had a couple of reports in the last couple of years about instructors getting hurt while instructing drivers. I'm not sure what the issue is. I've heard from a lot of different instructors, a lot of different opinions about why that could potentially be. I don't want to speculate as to that, because there have been a lot of kind of injuries lately and instructors getting hurt, and I don't want to point fingers because I haven't been on that side of the fence, and there's a lot of different versions as to why that possibly could be. So I hope everybody is okay in the situation, but Ndamukong, come on, man, you probably have in your contract a danger clause or some injury clause or something that you shouldn't be doing dangerous activity so that you don't get injured, so that you can go play. It's probably in your contract. So going out and race car driving is probably not the smartest thing. Now, you're probably in a safe car that looks like a Porsche 911 of some sort, some variant. They all look the same, but it's a safe car and you're at a racetrack. It's probably the right place to do it. But come on, man, you knew the Super Bowl's coming up. You shouldn't be really doing this. So we do have a video that I want to show you. So here is the video. Without further ado, let's go ahead and show this. There is some audio to it. It's basically what you hear is just people commenting. This is a screen capture of the one more time, just so you can get a full effect. All right, there you go. So that's what happened. Looks like just took one corner a little too fast, went into it, hit the driver's side pretty hard. And again, I hope everybody's okay in the situation, but this is not the first time, man, that you've been in a pretty high-profile wreck. Okay, so Ndamukong, look, man, back in 2011, December, you were racing your donked-out Chevelle SS, and look what happened, right? Life isn't easy for a boy named Sue. I get the reference. Very nice, Johnny Cash. Defensive tackle when he played for the Lions, by the way. Unpaid suspension for 2 weeks for losing his cool during Thanksgiving game. That happened. I remember that. That was a big deal. People were pissed. Lost control of his Chevy while passing a taxi at 1:15 in the morning. As I've always said, nothing good happens at 1:15 in the morning, okay? Hit a light pole and a tree and a drinking fountain. It makes me wonder if it was doing that, like, you know, cartoony, like spraying the water straight in the air. That would have been kind of funny if it was. Report that Suh had not been drinking, and it was just an error. In the reports that I had seen, the police had said that they had interacted with him during this interaction, and that he seemed completely sober. He was just being a dingus, and lost control of the car, which resulted in Ndamukong Suh's insurance having to pay out a settlement of $130,000 stemming from the 2011 crash in Portland. This is just a stock file photo, don't worry about it, to Portland, and also had a complainant in the case who was in the back seat of his car when he was joyriding, when he accelerated, according to the complaint, accelerated at a high rate of speed, causing the vehicle to spin out of control and crash into a light pole, city water fountain, and tree before eventually coming to a stop. Now, his passenger at the time, who was in the back, wanted $1 million for this. Those allegations were struck from the lawsuit, according to it. But the complaint said that negligence caused her nerve and soft tissue damage, as well as lacerations and other injuries. Probably happened. You're in the back of a Chevelle. Probably doesn't have seat belts are not the high priority in that car. So lost wages, $500,000 non-economic. Yeah, okay, that's not reasonable. So he admitted fault apparently in this crash, but that reasonable damages. I happen to agree. $1 million for a car wreck where you got a little bruised up. Come on, that's not cool. So again, the police said that he seemed in control of himself. He was not drunk or anything. He was just being a dingus and decided to crash his car. So that happens from time to time. Let me know what you think. Should he really be joyriding before the Super Bowl? Should he be going out to the racetrack and racing his car? He's doing it the right place. I'll give him that. He's not doing it on the street, which apparently he learned his lesson in Portland, but still, not doing it as safely as he probably could have. Now, we don't know for a fact if this was driver error or if this was car error. More details will come out, obviously, as we learn more. So I don't want to speculate as to who's at fault or what the issue was in the situation. We just know that there was a crash, and I hope that everybody was okay. So the instructor looks like he's got some leg injury. Hope he's okay. Then it's minor, and he gets released quickly. I hope Ndamukong Suh is okay throughout the process. I don't want anybody to get hurt or anything. That's really not my goal through reporting this, but wanted to show you the video. So what do you think? Should he really be doing this? Let me know in the comments, and thanks a lot for watching.